Hi guys, welcome to another Twilight Struggle play-by-play. Got some new features, got an image of me, and let's see how we go with this game. So it's a bid game. I think I bid 1 for USSR, which I managed to land. And looking at my hand, we've got an okay hand. It's a lot of low power cards. Got Blockade, but nothing really to follow up with that. Korean War, Vietnam Revolt. So we could make a play for Asia. Captured Nazi Scientist is probably the lowest powered card we've got here, so we'll probably headline that. We've got control of Marshall Plan, which is pretty good. So we're going to have to try to land that in the most favorable situation. It's also a good hold card for us, but really low ops this turn. Let's start with an EU safe opening. So we've got... Oh, looks like that's a misclick. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a single one in Yugoslavia to threaten Italy. Alright, that's good. Let's do, what's this? There we go. Ready to go. I don't know what that button is. It's a bit of a new one. I like this opening a lot. It's very safe. Allows you to eat 1 East European unrest. It could probably go with 2 ops, 2 points in Yugoslavia. Alright, let's see what we've got here. You could probably go 2 points in Yugoslavia, 2 points into Austria with 1 less in Eastern Europe, but I'm pretty happy with this setup. Let's start off with a headline card. Most of these are pretty like unspectacular. I could see doing Arab-Israeli war as the headline, but I think I'm going to start off with the captured Nazi scientist. I mean, if that gets defected, that's fine. I'm happy to. I really just want to use the 2 ops because we've got a very low ops hand. Looks like it got defected. Good on them. Alright, so that's fine. With this opening hand, I don't have a lot of ops, so I just want to have a very effective hand at the start. It's a very effective turn at the start. Probably just a nuclear test ban coup straight on to Iran. If it's very successful, we have a good base from there, and we don't want to really... We want to reduce the chances of failure. With like using a 3 ops card, so I just want to be as effective as possible. And a 1, which is pretty much it's a good opening. There's no coup targets then for the US, which means it sort of hinders their approach during the game. It allows Arab-Israeli war, if that's successful, just to shoot down Israel, which is a pretty strong start, I think. Because of the lack of coup targets, we can't break in to Asia until we find a coup, and like that would pretty much just be Panama. Like, I think it's a great attempt to start off with the Arab Israel. So I'm probably going to play the blockade just right at the end to try to catch this player out. Because we've got the goal leads France, I think what we can actually do is try to make a push for I think we're going to try to make a push for France, actually. So I'm going to place influence in Arab-Israeli war and Arab control of West Germany. That allows us to put points into France, try to get the European base going. I think that means pass the turn. Alright, so the game's so much different when you've got a timer because you just have to really keep pushing forward. By doing that, like, there's a few other options we could have done. We could have tried to push for Middle East, like getting 2 points into Iraq, or using the Arab-Israeli war to shoot Israel. But I didn't really like the 50-50 chance to get rid of the US. I mean, if it fails, a lot happens there. Interesting. Let's see if we can keep... Alright, I think I want to fight for... Yeah, I want to fight for France today. By doing this, we sort of... we're going to try to invest a lot of US points into Europe. And it just opens them up to getting hit really hard by de Gaulle leads France next turn. Or Suez Crisis, because Suez Crisis is really just a null turn for them. So... NORAD is played as 3 ops there, which is fine. They have domination. So this, the Gaul leads France, removes 2, brings them down to 3, 1. Suez crisis is still an option. I think what we want to do is, it's very interesting choice this turn. I mean, they have Euro scoring, they score domination. I think we can try the Gaul leads France here. It's a bit risky. It's our strongest up card. It might just force us to use the China card really early. I don't really want to do that. The Marshall Plan here is not really good. I'll try to keep it just to the last turn if I can gain control of France that way. But then losing NORAD is a pretty good boon for us, especially since he put 2 ops in Canada. I could just ignore Europe, but I really want to try to gun for. The other 2 regions. We're just really focusing on Europe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 2. Look, this play is a bit exciting. I think he might have the Europe scoring card. So the Gaul leads France. It is interesting option. See, I could use that to coup. He scores, and then I put Vietnam revolts, allowing me to do a Marshall Plan. Try to get Europe a bit later. Is that what I want to do? Probably. Yeah, but if I do this, it removes France, allows me to push a lot of points into Europe. I mean, he's still got 4 other cards. Just got the China card. If I just, well, I think it's better if I, yeah, I think it's better if I do this. Let's apply some pressure. Let's just waste these ops cards, try to make the blockade as effective as possible. Truman Doctrine was a card I was afraid of, but that's perfectly fine. Vietnam revolts into Iraq. I was afraid of that, and he could have done that really at any time, but I'm perfectly, like, there was a high risk strategy, and I decided to take it. I mean, that was definitely a card that could have been played. But it looks like we get to land a blockade here. He's probably aware, and I haven't seen too many 3-op cards. He's used quite a few. See, NORAD, Dakakova. Those are 2 cards in his hand. So we can hopefully see something. We might be able to see it land here. Europe scoring's fine. Blockade, plays events. He's got 2 cards in hand. I'm surely he's got something there. Pretty good. The US managed to squash my efforts into Europe. The Truman Doctrine, like, it's a bit of a short-term setback, but I think I'm in a very strong position. The DEFCON's still quite low. It forces a coup next turn for him, which leaves the only only location as Iraq, and it gives me 4 points. I mean, it wasn't really too bad of a turn. Looks like he did place the 2 points into Jordan to match, and Warsaw Pact formed. It was discarded, which is fine with me. Okay, since the DEFCON's still quite high, this gives us a unique coup in Italy. I think I want to start off 2 scoring cards as well. That's pretty bad, and not a lot of action in this hand. Look, let's just see how we go. I think I want to start off with socialist governments. There is defectors still in play. Maybe I'll hold socialist governments for next turn and just try to score. But I do get a very rare coup in Italy again. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I know. Let's start off with Asia scoring. If he doesn't have defectors, I'm pretty sure he might have defectors. Well, we need as many ops as we can. Oh, he didn't have defectors, but he takes my Romanian abdication, which means we're playing with a full hand. He may not have CIA. That's pretty good. Here we go. Let's attempt a coup. So that could be, that's probably means defectors is guaranteed next turn. I think at this point we definitely just want to coup Italy. It's a unique opportunity. It's not very successful for us, but I think it's a great opportunity just to, when you can take it, especially in the not in the first turn. Very successful coup. That's pretty good for us. That means we get to clear them out, waste a lot of ops for them, so NATO's used just for that. That's fine. At this point here, like, I think we sort of gone for I think we're gonna try for Middle East domination and going to South Korea. We really have to start making that Asia region work for us. He's definitely probably got desalinization and decolonization in his hand. So by making a play here, we're going to just try to pressure. Like if he ends up using those cards, we get to try to make a break into Asia. We do have Indo-Pakistani war, so once the DEFCON goes down, we're free to just play right into this chain here, the very important Iran-Pakistan triangle, and allowing us access to India. The fact that we had to use the Vietnam Revolts cards means that we... Alright, so he's countered that with that play. That's fine with us. So we've had all those scoring cards, right? That's perfectly fine. I'll take that. High ops hand for this guy. Managed to negate most of my plays, but I'm looking just to try to slow down. I'm just looking to just try to get into quite a favorable position, waiting for the D-Style or D-Call to be used. Because, so Nasser was used here, coup in Egypt, which is perfectly fine. And let's, I think we can just try to lock it up here. I would really like to use the socialist governments because then I will probably never end up, I mean, it'd be just a coup there. Yeah, let's do it. Let's attempt a coup here. Do I abandon Europe or not? No, I probably wouldn't want to abandon Europe. I want to keep Marshall Plan for when I can make a big turn. Look, let's do a bit of a high risk play. Let's attempt a coup on Egypt with China. It's a bit of a risky plan. I mean, I coup China. I give him the China card, which opens up CIA. Oh, CIA is probably still an active card next turn, actually. Let's go back. If I open up with socialist governments next turn, he probably hasn't used defectors. Defectors is probably still in the deck. So if I attempt a coup with socialist governments, I won't be able to coup next turn with it. And a failure, which is fine. That just means we get to move into Iran, Pakistan, India now. I'm happy with that. We're looking at trying to just push through this turn and try to get Asia and Middle East as our active scoring regions. Olympic Games user Egypt, Israel. That's fine. I'm going to place influence here with Indo-Pakistani war. Here, we want to just really activate these two regions. Oh, 2 misfired coups in a row. Well, although I did get lucky with Italy, so that just wastes a lot of ops in that US's hand. That's pretty fine. This guy's not too bad. He's probably looking into finding a way. Like it's really hard for the US to break in once the USSR has started to coup these locations. He's probably got his hand stuffed with like decolonization, destabilization. He probably doesn't really want to use any of them right now, which means because I just break right into Asia. Here we go. And it is not as strong. I don't really care about Israel too much. let's just open that up. He's got 3 ops. Could really go anywhere. It's probably going to be 2 in France, 1 in UK. Yeah, probably going to be 2 in France, 1 in UK. I'm probably going to go for 2-2. Trying to go for the Iran-Pakistan grab here. It's a pretty hard choice for him, so it sort of like squashes a turn. For this player. Man, what a really strong hand. Alright. So 2 in France, 1 in Malaysia. That's perfectly fine. Alright, well, let's give up Europe. There we go. Take South Korea. So this sort of breaks us into Asia. Thailand is probably going to be his. Is probably going to try to desalinate now. If he desalinates, that means that we get 1 point into Thailand. He'll probably put all the points into Thailand. I'll probably have to move off into South America and Central America. If the decolonization now, we still get the point in Thailand, but we're just going to have to wait for next turn to do something. It's pretty tight. It's a pretty close game. We get a 1 point swing for us. Marshall Plan goes to all those places. So it looks like we're just going to give up Europe right now. And we'll just focus on these 2 regions. Decolonization is spaced. No problem. So what do we have here? 2-0. Very strong hand. We've got a lot of ops here, and it's not like there's not much you can do about it. If we just end up Asia scoring, it's probably going to get defected. Is there any card here I want to get defected? Special relationships. This card pile's gone. Pretty sure defectors is live, and I get like what, 2 points from it being here. Oh, yeah, no problems. And I get 1 VP here. Yeah, I think you just want to do Formosan Resolution and just leave all these high ups cards in my hand. Hold on to special relationship. He's got CIA, probably we'll start off with CIA. Let's get that defected. Red Purge, not bad. I will attempt a coup on Egypt. Yay, Egypt is mine. Red Purge is fine. Red Purge is fine. Red Scare is fine, actually. We can just keep moving, pushing into Asia with all our ops. We have a really high ops hand, so I'm not too worried about it. Putting a lot of points here. It does give them Thailand, and we don't get desalinization off. So he's managed to hold it. So we're dealing with a pretty a player who's what's it called? Well versed in this game. We're gonna have to push with as much advantage as we can. Like, we're really gonna have to hope in round 4, that our hand has got a really strong. We're looking at a really strong grip of cards which can get us into the Americas. Most of and the fact that we've actually been cleaned out of France means it's hard for us to get into Algeria, but we will always have the coup advantage. So any movements made by the US can get countered by us with the first turn coup advantage, and that's what we're going to try to push on here. Special relationships definitely not a card I want to see. Wait, so Olympic Games, it's Egypt, Israel, that's fine. I want to use NATO here, place influence. So I have 3, so it'll be like 1, 2. Three. And we're going to make it look like that there is action going on in the Middle East, as if I've tried to draw if I've drawn the Middle East card. that one point in Egypt could have gone to Lebanon, because that's just an additional country there. At this point, since we're just going to keep locking out DEFCON to 2, but I want to get as many battleground countries as possible. Algeria is a failure, and one point to Lebanon, just fine. I think we go Comecon, place influence, so we've got 1, 2, so it'll be like 1 to control India. And we're going to see if we can grab as many countries as we can with the China card here. I want to probably end the turn with Asia scoring. Defectors goes to Thailand, which is great. Let's go place influence. So we hold US defense, Japan defense pact. Do I want to hold that? No, I really want the China. Oh, I don't really care about the China card here. Assyria River Skirmish is something that we have to be careful of. Action round 4, so I have 2 more card plays. No, 3 more card plays. 4, 5, 6. How do I plan this out? Do I give him 2 and then I get 3 back? Yeah. Now I have to be careful of India-Pakistan war. That even work. 1, 2, 3. So we're just trying to set up so that Middle East and Southeast Asia, Asia is our scoring regions. We need to sort of get back on the board here. We could have just opened ourselves up to India-Pakistan war, but I think we just take the risk. We're a bit behind, so we might as well just be quite a bit aggressive with the cards that we have now. I gave them a battleground country, but I don't think I'm going to be losing this triangle anytime soon. So that's South Korea. So I'm happy for that to happen. Destalinization happens, which is the best card right now for us. Where did they go first? UK, Malaysia, Philippines. That's fine. All right, let's go West Germany to Venezuela, Italy to Mexico. Finland to Chile, and we need to break in South America. So Yugoslavia, yeah, let's just abandon all of these locations and focus. There we go. Play my action round. I think we can do containment here. Place influence. It's like 3. Oh. So 1, 2, 3. I want to score big. Yeah. That's fine. If that is a scoring card, he's got a scoring card, but at this point, I'm just like trying to get as many points in Asia as possible. I didn't even change it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets me additional point, which I'm okay with. Should have actually just scored Asia just then. Actually, just come to think about it. But I think this will be fine. Just getting enough points in and utilizing the positional advantage now, since destalinization is in play. That leads us to coup Panama really early next turn. We are sort of a bit behind. Like, I'd rather have spent more ops on developing the other regions that we have influence in, but I do have the Asia scoring card in hand, and I just want to just get as much value. If they think that we've got the Asia scoring card, they might just try to waste ops there. So Oh, CIA created. They held on to it, and to go Costa Rica, Laos, Cambodia. That's no problem. This is a score. Now, get 2 points. Fine with that. Fine with that. So, turn 3, we're at 0-1, but we do have a lot of positional advantage. It's just about trying to build up these other regions before the US can get them. The US having control of both desalinization and decolonization is really painful, but look, we'll take that. And they get to shoot away our... That's perfectly fine. Alright, interesting hand. We do have a really good opener, which is the Cambridge 5. Got the Indo-Pakistani War. OPEC's good because we do get a bunch of points from OPEC. What we can do, social government's fine, but I guess that we get a free coup straight up with Che, the Flower Powers, good one. Definitely starting with the Cambridge 5, leaving the us not what your country can do for you for the last turn. This turn, there could be a lot of shenanigans with the US. ABM treaty to get a coup off. So DEFCON improves to 4. Yeah, I just have to remember Cambridge 5 doesn't work in the late war. I never really played late war in this scenario, so see what happens here. So ABM treaty goes to 4. Is this a coup in Pakistan? Which is fine. I can always shoot Pakistan using the Pakistan-India war. That does mean that they can get a foothold into Afghanistan, but let's see how we go here. Unfortunately, we do have Southeast Asia scoring. We don't have a presence there at all. We've got like 1 point in Burma. The opponent pretty much has the coup here, which is perfectly fine. 0 is very good outcome for us. And brings it down to 3, which means we get a free coup somewhere around the world, probably Panama. I want to coup with this card, because I need the ops for firepower to just really build up all these other regions. Attempt coup with Che. With Panama. Success. That did nothing. And allows him to get Panama, at least for this turn. I do want a Vietnam Revolt. If he does end up playing the Vietnam Revolt, the China card will just take Thailand, and that's an opening that I'm willing to wait until the last turn to do. So it looks like this turn we won't be getting 2 free points. But this turn is definitely just like a build turn where we try to get as much domination in different areas as possible. So I'm looking at building up Mexico, South America, and Africa. Europe is still a location to play for, and we're just going to have. But it looks like we're just planning to let Europe bleed a bit while we focus on Middle East and the 3 middle war regions. The US player has a lot of options. He's got a lot of devastating cards in the Middle War. We want to make sure that the Middle East is still they've got a lot of cards, and if they draw them early, like puppet governments would be great here to counteract our movements in to the 3 middle war regions. But we have quite a high ops hand, so we should be able to have a bit of action this turn. I wish I could do something about that Thailand though. Maybe I was too hasty. Like maybe I could have just gone for the Vietnam Revolt and just ignored Europe. But I felt it was a risk I was willing to take. It could be in a bit of a better position, but well, hey, live and learn. Let's play this game. With the USSR, it's really hard sometimes just to break in. We do have the coup advantage at the start of every turn, as long as you bring the DEFCON down to 2 to really control the 3 middle war regions. So I'm not too afraid of that. And it's a great thing that we also have a large ops hand just to really pressure something. Voice of America, a good counter for us, and has completely negated our last turn. Good play. don't have too much to do then in regards to that. Alright, what's the plays here? That's a pretty good hand, sir. Alright, well, we can't really do much now. I'm going to place influence, and we're going to try to steal Thailand. Yeah, that's a very annoying card. So it looks like we're going to have to sort of just play Cuban Missile Crisis for what? Costa Rica, Mexico, that's fine. And we take Thailand with the China card. That's sort of what I'm looking for here. He ended up blinking a bit, and that allowed us to take. So I wouldn't even call it a blink. I mean, that was just a really strong card to play, and it looks like we've had to make the really tough decision on whether or not we focus. We can't do anything in Central America, South America, and until next turn. So this is a pretty devastating window, and the U.S. is in quite a comfortable position here with moving into Africa. Since once again, while we do have a coup advantage, we can only do one location per turn. Looks like I'm just getting my butt kicked right now. Sending it to one of my friends. UN intervention on Muslim revolution, which is alright. So they end up using it on Angola, Mexico. Alright, so let's use to go one, and we're going to disrupt the location. There's not many places where we can go, and where I want to go at this point. Oh, this is rough. I guess we just gun for more of the same. I mean, again, why can I place it here? Oh, all right. Alright, so do I just not have anything in Romania? Romanian abdication is still a card. Alright, that's fine. Well, let's delay. I'll try to negate the Europe scoring. So yeah, we only got two there. The other 2 points, it's really hard to move anywhere. Probably might even want to save flower power for later, so I can have like a big coup in Mexico or Panama. So at least I think I get an even scoring for Southeast Asia scoring. Latin America debt scores for Greece, Spain, Portugal. Even scoring, but that means I get to put more ops in here. So I still get us, not what your country can do. We'll save it to the last turn. Just a plane flying overhead. I don't really have a soundproof room, so I can't really stop that. And it's not like I'm going to stop this mid-war run over by the US here. Let's look for next. Let's look at what we need next turn. Next turn, we're looking for brush war plus one of the probably like junta to get back into the South America region. There's a lot of dangerous cards which brings the US into those regions, and we just really need to get as many of the more initiative positive cards. Stuff like junta means that we're placing it's like we're having an additional turn before the US plays. U2 incident, which means Panama and Zaire. Alright, so this is going to be a rough one. Let's play OPEC as the event for points. This is value. So we go to 0-8. Let's go. We're not too far away. Like, we're looking for maybe like Middle East scoring next turn as well, and try to bring this to a close as fast as possible. But this is going to be rough. And like, we're looking at cooing like Mexico first next turn, and just trying to lead as many points of being next adjacent to US as well, because these 3 regions are still active. Oh, these 4 regions here are still active. Shuttle diplomacy is used in Morocco, which gives domination, so that's fine. I'm going to ask. And there. Thailand, just to make sure that they can't steal Thailand using the China card. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 battleground countries. It's just all the non-battleground countries which are just harder to keep control of, like 1, 2. Well, you just need 1. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got Cultural Revolution, which is fine. And the last action round, we get. I've actually saved Flower Power. So we have we're looking at a really strong hand next turn, just really to push in. South America scoring. What do we have here to? So we don't really have anything. This is a very low action hand. Vietnam revolts. Far out. That's terrible. Let's score that. So we can just get that out of the way. This is not a very good hand whatsoever. And we'll definitely looking at doing the coup in Mexico, and we're just going to have to do a large fight for this region here. 5-year plan for puppet governments. Does he get a scoring? Yeah. Gets Colombia? That's a thing. Like, oh, this is almost danger zone here, because we definitely do not have any influence in this in Africa or Central America. So what will puppet governments? Oh, we can have a really, really bad hand. If they have if they have grain sales, this could be very dangerous. So we need to dump that duck and cover as fast as possible. Anyways, yeah, into Colombia just leaves a point. I don't really know what the point is. Oh, well. What do we work for? Do we work for negating Central America scoring? I think so. I think that's what we have to do. And just working Africa like later. Maybe try to get in late game. Try to get the late game. Let's do the coup. There we go. We're back in it. The best thing that we could do is just force an ops war in Central America. I don't mind. They can just strive for domination in Africa or control. It's just we just have to focus on getting as many points from the locations that we still have scoring. Remember, Middle East is still active, so is Africa and South America. Just checking the squad pile, yeah, it's still there. So Asia's gone, South America, Europe's still there. So if they have multiple scoring cards in hand, this is not too bad of hand. It's just very, very bad hand at this point. All right, so I think what we do is we break into Central America. Go 1-1. No, I have to shoot in cover so I can sort of react better. South Korea. So that gives you what, 1, 2, 3. What does he have there? That's fine. Let's do an ops war. Let's waste time and focus on Asia. I mean, let's just go for it. I mean, it's a bit of a waste of time, really, which is good for me. My hand is very weak. War in. That's fine. I don't know why you wouldn't start off with that. Look, if he's fighting for an opt war, I don't mind if I do this. Let's go for it. Let's work on South Korea. I mean, he can get coups off, but let's just make sure we... I could have waited for a bit later, but I don't mind just holding, what's it called? Just trying to play it. I mean, there's not many coup places he can do. He can only coup these 3 regions here. He can't coup Middle East because it doesn't, like, the DEFCON rules still don't allow you to coup that area. So there's only one target, which is Mexico. If he's not building, hey, face down card, China. That's fine. You get it. Let's just see what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3. The flip states would be. Oh, I have to get control of these small areas. That's fine. Get China. No problems. Space this. Don't want to get hit by success. Don't want to get hit by yeah, there's a lot of strong cards. I just don't want to get hit by anything at this point, such as grain sales. So I'm fine with that. Nothing else here could kill me, so we're just gonna have to ride at this turn. That's a pretty. We had a few good hands, but it's really tough having to deal with all these very like unspectacular hands. Realignment roll. Wow. Hold the line, Mexico. Hold the line. Mexico reigns supreme. Mexico reigns supreme, which is fine. Let's just work with that. Action round 5. I have to use colonial rear guards. Wow. Should have just placed one in Guatemala, because if they end up coupping, then I could just coup back with the Panama Canal returned. I mean, this is the best I can really do. Special relationship, Benelux gets 2 points, that's fine. Here we go, US scoring card for some country like Europe. Camp David Accords. Place that, place influence in Egypt. I know it's a dot is still there, but if some way I can control it, that's pretty good for me at this point. Devastating hand. So how am I going to get back into this game? He must have like... Oh. I mean, there's a chance he could have 2 of our DEFCON cards in his hand. Like, he could have We Will Bury You plus Lone Gunman. That's a combination he could have in his hand, and that's probably why he did the China card, so he didn't have to space something. He's got 2 space rolls though. I don't know what really be bothered about that. Middle East scoring, domination. Good one, team. And look, you do your colonial rear guards first, mate. I gained 4 points for that. That's not too bad. Maybe we just try to drag it through the late war, and Just drag it to the late war, try to war games our way out of this game. That's pretty funny. Like, I don't mind doing that. That's pretty much the best we could really hope for at this point. Colonial rearguard happens, and we can go like, so it'll be like what, like Algeria. Oh no, Algeria, South Africa. Oh, we can gun for. We'll do something a bit sneaky. We'll just try to pressure. Go like Guatemala, Nicaragua. Next turn, all these cards should be reshuffled, I think. So I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen next turn. So, oh wait, maybe not. Where's what, turn 5, 6? No, one more turn. One more turn before the reshuffle. Let's hold on. Let's get there in the end. Oh, whoops. There you go. I accidentally pressed that. That's my bad. It's a bit confusing when it says here waiting for opponent to decide, but my clock was still ticking. It's just a bit confusing. But I do like this new button now. Like, it was really frustrating before when you play it overhead. Yeah, it was just really frustrating before when you had, you couldn't select locations you could be putting the ops in. Alright, let's be risky. Go to Nicaragua for that Nicaraguan coup card. I've never really seen it be played, so right at the end, I forgot what it was. Is it? It's not the Contra scandal. I forgot. There's a card which could open up coup next to Nicaragua. Might as well make it a bit thematic. Yeah, we're in a bit of a tough situation. At least we've scored. There's still like there's one potential scoring card for us. Oh, it's like split in the middle. So we're actually looking at. Oh, it's like 2-1 actually. So we're not looking that pretty. It's been a pretty brutal couple of turns, but we should be able to. We can't even really negate the Europe scoring card or the Africa scoring card. But hey, let's see how we go. Probably one small step for a coup in Guatemala, which is fine. Central America scoring card. And Lone Gunman's in my hand. None of these cards do anything. Nixon plays the China card. Do I headline We Will Bury You? So actually, it turns out we had all these cards the entire time. So he's got... Yeah, that's still... Alright, we have to be careful here. What can we do to prevent anything? Okay, so we can't prevent Europe scoring. Can't prevent Africa scoring played and headline. We can work towards Central America. I think what we're going to try to do here is try to play to bring the game to late game. I want to hold Warsaw Pact formed in that case, and I want to try to score Central America scoring. Headline cards for this turn. Oh, is there a river skirmish? That's not bad. Headline card for this turn is probably just going to be Willy Brandt just for the 1 point. Doesn't really do much, but it can break us in. Bear Trap. Good going game. I do not like the Suri River skirmish. And I'm out. Grain sales. Gross. Play the card or get the coup, sir. If we play the card, it's value. We get the coup. We play every card? Oh man, do we... Yeah, we play every card this turn. That's okay. Attempt coup. Success. Good one, game. Oh, what rubbish, 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 rubbish turn. That coup did not do anything. We rolled 3 ones for critical coups. 5 action rounds to go. Don't have any strong hands, and I really want to save. Oh, well, that saving Warsaw Pact form doesn't really do much, anyways. What do we have here? Let's try to load up the game with as many DEFCON traps as possible. Work to terrorizing the US in the late game. We're just gonna abandon Africa. So that expels the Soviets, which is fine. Attempt the coup. Oh, value coup. Such a valuable coup right there. It opens up the US, Central America scoring, forces their hand. Salt and egg, no change. Oh, no change. Oh. Actually, let's go. Let's do this. Haiti, there. So that means one coup doesn't break domination. Oh my god, will we just get there? Really just amp it up. Missile envy. If exchange cards, if they do your event. Yeah, let's give you that. And let's attempt a coup in Colombia. There we go. That doesn't do anything. Oh my god. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man. We might like get somewhere this game. We're playing pretty tight here, playing defensively, and there's 2 more scoring regions, Europe and Africa, which have yet to be scored, and they're like big points, so we're just gonna have to give up Africa. You must have some of those Africa cards, like Portuguese colonies. There's what's called South African unrest. Like, these cards have to be played, and eventually I will get to capture Angola. There we go. Portuguese Empire crumbles. Good going. I'm happy for that. That stops domination. So that stops control. And boom. Score South America. Sorry, scoring Central America. Oh, this game on the knife edge. Could have had control there. Oh man. I can't. He's got Brush Wars. I mean, I just need Brush Wars. Brush Wars would be quite good. Captured Nazi scientists for whatever. And lone gunman, attempt coup. Here, let's do that. Nothing. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That's okay. Alright. Liberation theology. Get into space. Just fly there. Okay. We've got Brush War. Brush War is pretty good. We've got defectors in hand, so anything we do, we will get to play. Europe and... so... pretty sure we do not... so this is a reshuffled and late war cards get played. I'm pretty sure I can't stop a Europe scoring at this point. What if we... we will bury it needs to be used. I mean, I can start off with that. I need to get into Africa. How do we into Africa? Like, if we start the game with Brush War, right, and shoot Nigeria, like, that's got to be it, right? Because I get to Junta, which is a free coup on any one of these regions. So I get like a shot. So if he scores Europe, I get a shot at Nigeria, and then I get a coup on Zaire. Yeah, I get like a shot coup on Zaire, which means I just need to grab get like a couple of points. That's not too bad. I'm happy with that. Then we try to hold. We will bury you. Like that's the plan. Kitchen debates. What does this do? If the US controls more battleground countries than the USSR. Pope John Paul elects. Let's shoot Nigeria. Let's ignore Europe. Let's actually attempt to win this attempt coup. Here. There we go. And he gets like nothing. Gets to match nothing. That's pretty good. Oh, now we're cooking with fire in Africa. Fine. I was never gonna win that one. There we go. So Africa is still the only region yet to be scored. Oh shit, every card's actually really available to be scored. So let's just make a play for Africa. He definitely has Africa scoring in hand, and that's definitely going to be the place that we're going to try to fight for. He also probably has South African unrest in hand, so that's something that we can really aim for as well. Nigeria. Realignment rolls. Let's just do that. That's a pretty devastating card to not use. I mean, it just strips off cards this turn. That's fine. That does nothing. Let's realign them out of. No change. No change. That's okay. We have a lot more where that comes from. And I do have the junta for next turn to ninja Africa scoring. Alright, that's fine. So a free coup should mean I get like a free coup on those areas. So I'm gonna block off here. Oh, what? Oh wait, what's that? I will play event. And I will attempt a coup on Panama. Amazing. What? I'm pretty sure a free coup allows me to do that. Oh well, that's okay. I'm pretty sure it does. That's okay. That's okay. That was a pretty close game. I do apologize about that. I'm pretty sure a free coup would have allowed me to do that. But anyways, thanks for watching. That was a very close one. That was really exciting, actually. I really would want to see that at the end. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.